Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Taurus. So, Taurus, as usual, I'm doing this reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you see are from this deck. Okay, so Taurus, let's talk about truth and receiving confirmation on something that you have always known. And it's interesting because there is this sense of wish fulfillment that comes when this confirmation arrives, because it's going to activate your heart in a big, potent way that is unmistakable. It's like you're going to know it even more, that this is the sign, that this is the confirmation that truth has arrived here on earth. So that's the interesting thing about your reading today, is that you're receiving some sort of confirmation for something that pertains to you, to your journey, to your wish fulfillment, to a dream or a vision that you have received a long time ago that you just nourish. It's like you have um you held on to it. You never let go, you never abandoned this dream. So in a way, you it's like you've created this nest for this dream to come true, because you know that actually it's not really coming true. It is true, right? So it's just a matter of maybe self actualization, which I want to say you are going to receive this confirmation that yes, this is what is happening right now. So, but this is your personal experience. I want to say that maybe this is also a confirmation for you, right? That as soon as this comes for you, this is a sign that actually it's happening globally. It's happening for the collective. It's not something that it's just you, right? You're not alone in this in any way possible. It's like this truth, or the revelation of truth, is coming for the collective, for humanity, for the planet. So, and maybe I want to say that even this part you knew, right, as well. So it's not just the confirmation of your own dream, but it's also like this notion that you've always known that truth would be revealed for the earth, for the collective. So we're beginning with the King of Swords. The King of Swords is you, even though I know that you're an earth sign, and the sword is the air element. So, but yes, this is you, because I want to say that you're coming through as very wise and very mature in terms of your spiritual practice, right? So you've been pruning your psyche, your psychic abilities, your spirit. It's like you've been connecting with your spirit, right, in a way that it just brings you this wisdom. So it's like you hold on to the visions that you receive because you know them to be true. You trust them. You trust in your own wisdom, right? It's like, so you trust everything that you receive. And I want to say that that's been your journey. It's like, so the Nine of Cups coming next is talking about this dream, this wish, right, that you've received. And it's almost like maybe this was the thing that opened up your spiritual search, your it's like your gifts, your psychic abilities, your desire to explore more of this, perhaps. But in any case, I want to say that you've been on this journey for a while. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here in this very high level maturity, right, of your spirituality. But it's been it's been a journey of like trusting that your dream is not fantasy, is not imagination, it's not just illusion, right? It's like that's the reason perhaps you've been, you know, diving deep into your spirit to be sure that the vision that you were given is like it fits. It is something that you are meant to pursue, right? Or it's like it's something that you need to just cherish, especially because the Five of Cups is coming next. The Five of Cups is talking about this nesting, right? Sometimes this card comes through as dropping into the heart space. And yes, that is the case for you. But most of all, is like, is the place where you can put your dream whenever you need to take care of other things, even though I want to say that this is your main, it's like the main reason why you continue, right? Or why you've never lost hope, you've never abandoned this dream of yours. It's like whenever you needed to focus elsewhere, maybe be more rational, more practical, more analytical, right? It's like you always placed this dream inside your heart. So it was kind of like this safe place to put this dream, to put this vision and not abandon it. In fact, it's like you're just surrounding it and enveloping it with more love, right? So you are nourishing it, you are surrounding it with everything that you know that you can inside your heart space. And what this brings is the sense of self integrity, right? So self integrity and love, this is what it's like the nutrients, right, for just keeping this dream alive, right? Keeping this heart beating. So it's like you were feeding yourself with this notion that this dream was not just your mind, right? It was not just your mind. So it's almost like this was almost like this incentive to search even deeper for your spirituality, right? And that's the reason why you're coming through as very, very wise. And the moment that you say, I knew it, is because you're going to feel in your heart this resonance. It's like everything that you have been doing here, right, with all of this self nourishment, this sense of feeding into the dream, not thinking, not taking it for granted, and not thinking that you were going crazy for pursuing this or for believing in this, right? In fact, the moment that the heart resonance comes through, because it's like it's the response, right? It's like this is your heart, right? It would be perhaps, one of these two, maybe this one. Um, and the moment that the truth arrives, because it arrives, right, it's coming next, but it's like it comes through in a very direct way that you feel in your heart. It's like you know it, right? It's like there is this moment that you say, I knew it. And perhaps until this moment you didn't even spoke it out loud. It's like you maybe you never had the courage to say this to anyone, or to it's like to share things that you know uh, were motivating you, like the truth of why you were pursuing all of this. And maybe now that it's confirmed, right? It's like now that it's like you know this to be true. It's like you have no, it's like you have no problems with just speaking out loud. So the moment that you say I knew it, it's because you feel it. So it's almost like it's just like this voicing of something that you are feeling deeply inside. So it's almost like a natural expression that you cannot contain, you cannot hold back, right? Even though here you were holding space for this dream while this was not showing up yet, right? The moment that the response comes, and however, this lovers comes through for you, I don't want to say that this could not be, a partner or a lover, or, finding, this higher love, right? In whatever form it is, maybe it could, but I want to say that it's bigger than this. And maybe because you already hold the vision, it's like you know that it's bigger than just human love, right? It's almost like this, the truth of like unconditional love. You can feel it in your heart. And so when it comes, it's so undeniable, it's so unmistakable, that it's like you know that you have created the perfect nest, the perfect heart space, the perfect it's like available space in you, right, to receive this wish fulfillment. So yes, it does feel like a wish fulfillment, but it also comes through as a wish fulfillment because you've known it and now it's being confirmed, right? So the wish fulfillment, it's also in the part of the confirmation. It's not just that it's coming, right? It's the two together. And so the revelation of truth, this truth for you in particular, right, with the arrival of the response, right, the heart resonance that could be in another, or it could be just like you, it's like just feeling this unconditional love, right? Because the Ace of Swords is talking about this sense of oneness. So even though here there are two hearts, I want to say that it's like you resonate because it's in the same frequency, right? And so this Ace of Swords is talking about this condensed truth, one that is so obvious, one that is so clear. It's like you recognize it because you know it, right? But it's almost like until now you knew it, but you it's like the part of feeling it didn't arrive until now, right? So you knew it, but now you feel it as well. So because you feel it, it's almost like it's interesting because there's all like this this message coming through the recent readings talking about like these epiphanies and this cracking the code and unveiling the truth. And it seems like for you, Taurus, there is this very significant point in your timeline where you have been holding on to a dream, nourishing it, feeding it with love and self-integrity, because you know that this just it's just like your heart resonance. The moment that there is a response or there is like this equivalent, right? It's like you know that you were right all along. It's like you know the truth of the thing that you received. But the thing is, this is how you're perceiving it, right? Because it's almost like this instant knowingness that comes together with the feeling, right? Maybe a very emotional, just I don't know, maybe bubbling up of your love, right? This love frequency that is just bubbling up. But I want to say that this is also coming through for the planet because the world is coming next. So at the same time that this truth is being revealed to you as a confirmation to something that you already knew, it's also happening to the collective, right? So maybe, okay, and this is also funny because I don't know if I said this or not, but it's like maybe this is also something that you knew, right, that it would come for the planet, but now that it's being revealed, not just your truth, but the truth. I want to say that the Seven of Swords coming next, it's like, particular truths that are that pertain to different people, right? So many truths. So maybe almost like the details, right? Or the facets of the one truth that each person is going to recognize around the world. But also because the Seven of Swords is a card that came up in the Pisces and the Aries reading, talking about the distortion of truth and the fear frequency, which is turning into the love frequency. And you have a lot of love, right? So it's almost like you needed to hold space for this love frequency because maybe the world was not a safe place for you to actually expose it, right? That's the reason why whenever you needed to face the world, you used the sword, right? You used the mind, but you never gave up on believing that this dream, this heart frequency of yours, this love frequency of yours, it's like it had a very beautiful place in you, right? It's like this sacred space inside your heart that you nourished it, so you never forgot about it. But the moment that it comes in response to you. There is this notion that now revelation is going to come to the world, right? And it's like this shift between kind of like the distortion of the fear frequency to the love frequency, because it's like this is part of the revelation of the truth. And something interesting also, because let me show you the bottom of the deck, which is the death card, right? So the death card is talking about it's like the portion of the untruths or half truths that it's like they're just going to die, right? Essentially, it's like they don't have, or at least going to be transformed, right? It's like the part of the truth that is not the oneness, or that is separate from the oneness, the one that you recognize as a part of because you resonate with. It's like that's the part that is going to die, right? So it's interesting because it's like this. It's like your perception, first of all, your perception is very obvious. It's like you know how to identify it, right? You know because you have cherished it, because you have loved it, because you've seen it. But now that you feel it, it's almost like now it goes to the next level. Now it's not just in the level of your human experience, right? It's in the realm of, it's like this holy truth is what I'm hearing. It's like maybe we're talking about like really feeling what unconditional love is, and maybe that being this one truth, right? So it's like you've been holding space for this one truth to be felt by you in an unconditional way. right? Because of the heart frequency, right? The heart resonance. So this heart activation unlocks the truth for, humanity to feel that somehow this can happen in a global scale, that this can happen not just for you personally, right? Maybe there are details for others that are going to be very different than yours, but it's almost like the essence of truth is one, right? And there are facets, or there are details that are different, but and maybe it's almost like this, right? It's like the distortion is because these different facets, and maybe this is the portion that is dying, right? Maybe in between all of these facets of, sorry about the noise, the helicopter is so low. um so in between the truths, or the facets of truths, there are hidden untruths, or just like half truths, or parts of the truth that, it's almost like they are mischievous, right? They are vibrating in a lower frequency. They are vibrating in a fear frequency, right? The message that was coming through the Seven of Swords in the other readings before this one. So this is the portion of the collective truth, which may be like, the untruth, or the untruths, plural, right? Because it's the seven. Here it's like the truth. It's interesting. It's coming through as the truth of truths. I don't know how to say that. But it's like the ultimate truth, right? It's now coming to the planet, and you can feel it. It's almost like because you knew it. It's like you knew how to recognize it. And so because of that, you know that it's like others maybe are going to feel that the truth is being revealed, and the untruths are going to die, right? And I know that, I didn't want to sound so um uh down, or so, heavy with this death, right? But it is a transformation from the fear frequency to the love frequency in a very, very significant way. And it's like, you can distinguish it. So for you, it's kind of easy to know this, right? Because that's the interesting thing. Remember when I was talking about, like, you've never let go of this dream because you know that it wasn't an illusion. You know that it wasn't a lie, right? It wasn't part of, just a fantasy of yours, right? Something that you really wanted to believe in, that, you wanted to have fulfilled, but, ultimately it wasn't the truth. It's like, that's not the case for you. You always believed that this was true. So because of that, because you have cherished that space inside your heart, when it resonates in confirmation to what you know to be true, it's like you have no doubt that this is the way to distinguish between the one ultimate truth from the rest that could be blended with untruths and half truths and perhaps even lies, right? So, and maybe you do have also like this hope, because again, you never lost hope in believing in your dream, believing in the vision that you received. Maybe part of the things that you also knew, right, was that humanity will also be prepared, or be um it's like experienced or wise enough to also distinguish this, right? Despite every single person, I want to say, having details that are different, right? Just like your details are different than maybe others, right? So, Taurus, I am going to pull more cards, as well as the astrological runes in the extended reading to see where this wants to go. So, if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Bye.